Hey guys, Paranoid here, gonna take you through the re-gearing of my clan boss team. Currently, I am doing 30 to 35 million per key on Nightmare and anywhere from 18 to 23 million on Ultra Nightmare. The goal with this re-gear is to push Nightmare up to 1 key, so 40 million plus, and Ultra Nightmare I would like to get to 2 key, so need to push that up to about 35 million plus per key, but at bare minimum I want to at least be able to 3 key Ultra Nightmare. Start out here, I'm going to show you the champions that I have currently in my clan boss team and what kind of stats they're running. So I have the Black Knight with 80,000 health, 2,500 defense, 175 speed, 38% crit rate, and 86% crit damage. I have Draco with 35,000 health, 2,600 defense, 187 speed, 85% crit rate, 134 crit damage, and 213 accuracy. I have Valkyrie with 41,000 health, 6,000 defense, 174 speed, 45% crit rate, 97% crit damage. I have Skull Crusher with 33,000 health, 2,900 defense, 106% critical rate, 126% critical damage. I have Tyrell with 37,000 health, 3,400 defense, 61% critical rate, 84% crit damage, and 240 accuracy. And I have been running Steel Skull with 36,000 health, 2,800 defense, 186 speed, 44% crit rate, 115% crit damage, 229 accuracy. Here lately I've been testing and playing around with replacing Steel Skull with Norog. Norog actually gives a passive 15% decreased damage to my entire team when he's in the team. He has 32,000 health, 5,000 defense, 186 speed, 41% crit rate, 89% crit damage. I do have his accuracy at 151 because I have been using him in some campaign and dungeons as well. He has increased my effectiveness on Ice Golem to 100%, and the run takes about 3.5 minutes since I included him in it. As you can see, not all gear is 16, not all gear is 6 stars. I've done quite a bit of farming, have increased the gear that I have available to me, so that is what I want to go through and do now, is clear everybody's gear off and then re-gear them from the ground up so that I can hit them at the speed tune stats that I want them for a double counter comp. I'm also going to gear Grizzled Jarl for if I want to run a single counter comp, and I am going to keep the Norog, Tyrell, Grizzled Jarl, Skull Crusher, Valkyrie, Black Knight, Draco, and I plan on also leveling or gearing up Rosin. Going to kind of test and see if I get more damage out of Draco as a poisoner in the comp, or if I get more damage out of Rosin in a pure defensive comp. See which team can last longer and actually put more damage out for me, and then that'll be the final team that I go with. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll cut away for a little bit, I'm going to clear everybody's gear off of them, re-gear everybody, and then I will circle back to you. We'll take a look and see what the end results are, and we'll run a couple of test runs and see how. Okay guys, back to go over the updated clan boss team after I have re-geared everybody. The final team that I decided to go with is Draco, who I have now at 30,000 health, 2,500 attack, 3,200 defense, 179 speed, 34% crit rate, 106% crit damage, 290 accuracy. Eventually would like to push his crit rate up a little bit higher, also get his health up to the 40,000 range. Next we have our Valkyrie. She is at 35,000 health, 1,500 attack, 6,600 defense, 172 speed, 52% crit rate, 115 crit damage, and the accuracy of 113, but accuracy doesn't matter on her. Next we have our Skull Crusher. He is in the Stalwart set. 36,000 health, 4,500 defense, 173 speed, 42% crit rate, 74% crit damage, and of course we want his accuracy as low as possible so he does not land his healing reduction. Next up we have Tayrel. Tayrel has 29,000 health, definitely want to push that up about 10,000 more to 40,000, 4,500 defense, 173 speed, 34% crit rate, 83% crit damage, 234 accuracy. There again, want to move his crit rate and crit damage up when I can. And finally, we have the Grizzled Jarl. The Jarl is at 35,000 health, 4,800 defense, 171 speed. It is important that he is the last person to go in our comp. 20% crit rate, 83% crit damage, 124 accuracy. Again, his crit rate would be the main thing that I want to work on raising there. Masteries for Jarl, we have the kind of standard Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss Masteries. Same thing on Skull Crusher, do still need to finish up a couple of his masteries to maybe get a couple more counterattacks in. Valkyrie, I'm running down the support tree with her masteries so that I can get the lasting gifts, which gives her the opportunity to extend her shield and her counterattack on champions. Tayrel, I have down the support to increase his accuracy. His accuracy is high enough, I may wind up going back in and moving his, rather than going support tree secondary, actually going with the defensive tree secondary to get a couple more possible counterattacks. And Draco, I have running down the support tree. Again, I need to finish his masteries out so that I can get him the mastery here, the Master Hexer, with the chance to extend the debuffs that he casts. So let's take this in and we will start off with a Nightmare run. I'll kind of show you guys the setup. The setup is a little bit different for Nightmare and for Ultra Nightmare. So for Nightmare, with everybody starting early, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do Draco's A3. Tayrel's just going to use his A1, get that decrease attack up. Skull Crusher with his A2. Valkyrie's going to go on an A1. And Jarl can just use his A1 here. Next round, we're going to go ahead and put the poisons up by Draco. A1 again from Tayrel. A1 from Skull Crusher. Valkyrie is going to use her A2. And Jarl again with the A1. A1 from Draco. We're going to go ahead and drop the A2 from Tayrel, get a decreased defense back up. And now at this point, Jarl's going to use his A2. go to auto from here. So a couple of things that I'll point out, and then we will cut away and come back at the end. It's important for Jarl to go last because he is putting up that block debuff, which prevents the stun from actually landing on anybody. Also, he gets the increased defense that'll last for 2 turns, which then means that Valkyrie has the increased defense up for her next round of counterattack. And you can see the size of the shield that she actually puts out. That shield that Valkyrie puts out, along with the increased defense, takes a Skull Crusher and keeps him from actually taking any damage until late into the fight. You're going to see here on the next AoE just how little actually moves over to Skull Crusher because of that Stalwart here. Stalwart does see the ally protect damage as AoE damage, and so it reduces it by 30%. You then also have the Valkyrie's shield eating that damage, so that the damage actually is not ever making it into Skull Crusher's health bar until much later into the fight. Hopefully we'll get a lasting gift on Jarl here soon, and you can see why I run that on Valkyrie. When her lasting gifts lands on Jarl, it will shift the clan boss's stun attack over to Tyrell. Of course, he'll have the block debuff on him, so he will actually counterattack back against the stun. It's another attack, another chance for a War Master proc, and another chance to keep the decreased attack up and on the clan boss. Doesn't look like we're going to get too lucky with that. Jarl, as we kind of went over, you saw he only has 20% crit rate. When he crits, his crits with the increased defense on land for about 60k, which is why I definitely would like to get his crit rate increased, because that's about an extra 40,000 damage per hit that I can get out of him. So I'm going to cut it off here, and I will be back with you guys when we here towards the end, and we'll kind of take a look at the way the round ends, as well as what the final numbers turn out to be. Okay guys, so we're back. We're about 11.5 minutes into the fight. If you take a look over at Skull Crusher's health bar, you can see that it has not moved from that first round. Look at that Stalwart gear kicking at 647 is the damage that he took from the bleed over. The Valkyrie shield is, along with that Stalwart gear, is actually so amazing. This might go even longer. There is that passive, took 125% health in one hit, so Jarl came in to counterattack. You can see that Jarl's health bar is starting to be impacted now, so we are getting ready to come up towards the end of the fight. I would say probably another 3 to 4 rounds, depending on orange. That was a pretty clutch attack down by Jarl there to land. Now, the other thing that I was going to say is Altan would be leaps and bounds ahead of Tyrell in this comp. The one thing that you get from Tyrell that's kind of a downside when running it on auto, his decreased defense does not match up with Draco's decreased defense. So he will wind up with, he'll throw his, land his decreased defense, throw Draco's rotation off, because Draco will not cast his A3 on auto if the clan boss already has a decreased defense up. Which then will actually cost you some damage, because he'll wind up putting up his A3 before the clan boss is stunned, which means that you're basically taking a wasted turn of decreased defense. Since nobody is counterattacking off of that, if you're lucky, you may have one person going in and hitting a counter off of that, but that decreased defense, if you can really kind of have it up the clan boss's 2 AoE attacks, so that everybody with their counterattacks or counterattacking back off of that and getting the War Master procs in on it. That's why Altan with additional decreased defense to keep up, with an additional increased defense for your team to keep it up 100% of the time, along with Jarl, as well as his A1 that still provides the decreased attack, but does not have a decreased defense on the clan boss, so keep Draco in rotation and ultimately give your team more damage. Stalwart here, 647 for the bleed over damage to Skull Crusher, so still not even enough to get through the Valkyrie shield hit on the clan boss's main major AoE attack. But we have got him far enough where he's starting to launch up his stun, so here we go to the end of the fight now. There will be no more blocking of the stun, no more increased defense on our team. Nearly 16 minutes, 43.24 damage, Nightmare. That's 1 key, which is what my goal was for Nightmare, was to get it into the 1 key range, so that then I can focus the rest of my keys on Ultra Nightmare to max out the reward on that. We'll go over and we will do an Ultra Nightmare run. I'll show you the setup on that, and then we'll cut back and see what the damage is at the end. Now this is a slow tuned comp, so this time we're actually going to start with Draco's A2. Go ahead and get the poisons up right away. We're going to use Tayrell's A2, Skull Crusher's A1, Valkyrie's A2. We'll use Jarl's A3 and see if we can get them to increase attack. We didn't get it, but Valkyrie's shield absorbs all the damage since there's not much damage coming out from the clan boss. Now we're going to go through, we're going to use Draco's A1, Tayrell's A1, Skull Crusher's A1. Jarl's going to bring his A2 up. Even though Draco's poisons are there because we got the cooldown reset, we want to have the decreased defense and weaken for both of the AoEs, so we're going to go ahead and put up his A3. We have a decreased attack up on the clan boss right now, so I'm going to use Tayrell's A3. It is his hardest hitting ability, and he has the increased defense on him, which will make it hit even harder. Unfortunately, we didn't get a crit there. When he crits on him, he crits for about 107,000. Just hit auto and let it run. I'm going to let it go one more round and see if we can get that lucky last hit gifts on Jarl, so you can see the mechanics of how the clan boss will shift his focus from Jarl to Tayrell, provided Jarl still has a counterattack buff on. I'm going to cut away, meet back up with Regear at the end, and we'll take a look and see how the numbers are for. Okay guys, we're back about 8.5 minutes in. We will be at the end of this fight. Normally it lasts around 9.5 minutes to 11 minutes. Just RNG. You can see right now I have one turn of the increase attack up, so hopefully Taming extends that there. Luckily he did. I do find that on Ultra Nightmare, the other thing that I kind of am not as pleased about with Tayrell is I do see him dropping his attack quite a bit. It's not because it's getting resisted, it's just that he's not even attempting to apply it. And with him having 3 skills, if he misses putting it up and it falls off and his A2 and A3 are off of cooldown, then we'll use his A2 and A3 and let the clan boss go without the decrease attack up, which is on Ultra Nightmare, really on any clan boss once you get later in the stages, not having that decrease attack is death sentence for the team. So it can be pretty unfortunate RNG wise when he falls in that pattern of using A2 and A3 letting that decrease attack fall and not be up on the clan boss. There we are, 23.45. I usually get anywhere from 23 to 27 million. That does put me in the 3 key range for Ultra Nightmare. Not quite the 2 key that I want to push to and eventually get to, but not bad overall. Draco was a little bit lower than usual. Usually he's between 11 and 12 million, and Jarl is usually a little bit over 3 million. So that's where the damage decrease came at in this run. Just some bad RNG, but it happens. So as long as you can consistently be in a range to 3 key, then I am happy with that. Hope you guys found this informative. Please give a like if you did. Let me know if you would like for me to put together some other team comps. I do have several clan boss team comps that I've kind of theory crafted or that I've seen some other people use that I do have the champions for, and I think with this game especially it's always nice to see several different champion combinations that you can go in and have an effective clan boss fight with. So if you'd like to see some of those, hit a like, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks, have a great day.